mainly played basketball and baseball. Every once in a while I did cross country and track, but it seemed like basketball just stuck with me. I didn't get this big until after college.
Okay.
When I was in college, I was always around, between 190. The most I got up to was 230.
Okay.
Once the season started, I was always around 210, 220. Then when I got done with college, I started playing a little bit of semi-pro football, and that's when I bulked up a lot. And even within my weight would fluctuate between 240, 250. I was getting ready to look at going to I think it was the UFL, and I was trying to find a way to get back into shape. So I started playing basketball like I used to, just to cut the weight, get ready for the season. And during that, I blew my knee out. So for about a year, I tore my patella. So for about a year, really couldn't do much. I thought about it. I was like, I really don't want to play football anymore, but I wanted to just stay in shape. So I was thinking of something that where I could actually work out and strengthen my leg back up also, but also I didn't have to worry about, the pounding of, basketball and football. So I just started doing, I started just doing like little fitness classes. And, when I found out they actually had an MMA class, I started taking it, and, and that was on the same time I got on the fire department. So, I didn't really think about fighting, it was kind of in my head. My coach said, do guns and hoses, see how you do with a crowd and, having the lights and everything on you. So did that, and shortly after Guns N' Roses, I want to say maybe a month or two later, I had my first fight. Every fight, I'm terrified. So, I keep thinking about it. I'm like, should I be doing this? And, I'm just nervous. But as soon as I step in that cage and they close that door, everything just becomes calm. It's just, I'm able to just focus, and, all I see is my opponent. And that's pretty much what it is. I don't flip a switch, become like a Hulk or rage or anything like that. Just, I just literally close the door and just start fighting. Most friends, I'm pretty quiet. I try to be a man of my word. I try to, be basically an influence by what I do. I'm not out there drinking, smoking, doing everything like that. As far as my job, firefighter, I have to be a certain way for the public. I got 2 little boys. I have to be a certain way. There's times where, you can be drawn in to do something negative, but it's always a constant reminder. I'm trying to be a man of God. I'm trying to be someone that my boys can look up to, and someone that my wife respects. So it's pretty much I'm quiet. I don't go out a lot. I try to keep to myself. So MMA is competition. Some people like competition. They find it with whether in a weight room competing against themselves. Other guys do it with football or sports or. Everything you do in life is a competition. Whether you're working, you want to be the best at what you do. Whether no matter what you're doing, you want to be the best. And it's just a competition. You may not, you have some guys who have 2-20 records, but those 2 fights, they were the best that day, and that's all you're looking for, just to have the competition. And for the most part, within the sport, there's a respect and camaraderie. Most proud of, being a dedicated father. Knowing that my kids can always be there. My youngest son is between me and my ex, and despite what I've dealt with her, I know that my son knows that I love him. My oldest son is my stepson, and his father decided not to be there, and he knows that if I'm strict on him or this, that I love him, and that I'm always want the best for him, and I just want him to be happy.